Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's me, David, Jersey Boy Music, with another Collecting Beatles 101 video. Today we are taking another look at the United States Capitol Records copy of Rubber Soul, so let's stay tuned! Hi, welcome back to the channel. Again, it's me, David, Jersey Boy Music, and we're collecting the Beatles 101. And what's that you say? Huh? David, you've done like a couple of videos about Rubber Soul. Well, I have. It is one of my favorite Beatles albums of all time, this United States copy. But this one's a special one. And this one is what is called the Dave Dexter East Coast copy mix of the Rubber Soul. How many air quotes can I do on that one, huh? You know what I'm saying, Uncle Phil? But so why is that special? Who is Dave Dexter? Well, first off, yes, I've done a couple of Rubber Soul videos, and including one where I take the UK version and the US versions, and I kind of give a history and how they compare and contrast and all that. And I'll link that to the end of this video. But who is Dave Dexter? Well, I did another video about the Capitol Records, and Dave Dexter, I talk about him on there. And just long story short, Dave Dexter is the guy who worked for Capitol Records here in the United States, who compiled the Beatles albums, and who either notoriously or thankfully added echo and reverb and ambiance and life for the American market to the Beatles songs. So when we say that this is a Dave Dexter version, it means that this version of Rubber Soul has an extra layer of echo spread along the entire album. But it's not echo drenched. Like, let's say, you listen to the Beatles' second album, and it just sounds drenched in echo. Or Beatles 65, especially I'm a woman. No, she's a woman and I feel fine. Drenched in echo. This has those standard copies of the stereo Rubber Soul album do have a little bit of that ambiance and a little bit of that echo. But this one has a little bit extra. It's not in your face, but it's there. And it sounds pretty good. It's a nice collectible. So let's take a little close-up look at what to look for on this album. Okay, so the front cover, it just looks like a normal 1960s front cover for Rubber Soul, all right? It's got the cover slick, it's got the stereo designation, file under the Beatles. Nothing spectacular, but if we flip this over, one of the telltale signs from the back cover is the little number 7. That denotes the Columbia Records pressing plant out of Pitman, New Jersey. But that's not a sure guarantee. So let's look at the record itself. Okay, so here's first off. You're not going to be looking for a first pressing for this Dave Dexter East Coast cut, all right? So notice here between, right under, well, I shouldn't say between, but underneath the title of the album, Rubber Soul, is the name of the band, the Beatles. Second pressings on up had the Beatles designation. Now, I don't have a first stereo pressing, but I do have a first mono pressing. Notice it's Rubber Soul, and then the individual names of the band. There's nothing that says the Beatles. So you want to look not for this, but you want to look for this. Rubber Soul, the Beatles, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Okay, and there we go on that. There you go. Now here's some facts and some fallacies, I guess we could say. So people on the internet will say, if you see the cover that looks like this, that is the new improved full dimensional stereo um, banner that's up here on the white part that wraps around from the back, then that's a good clue that that is the Dave Dexter mix. But this one is not. This one actually, I believe, came from, this is Scranton. Yeah, this is a Scranton, Pennsylvania pressing plant version. It's not the Dexterized version. So you can't always go on that. Now, the copy that I have here, as I mentioned in that close-up video, okay, that banner is right here on the slick, and it's got that number 7 plant number, which denotes Pittman, New Jersey, which was Columbia Records pressing plant. Capitol Records outsourced to press this copy of the album. People will say, well, you know, anything that's got a W or an X in the matrix number, surefire. Well, I've got ones that, including from the plant number 7, that's got B matrix numbers, B8 and B4, but it has a little Scranton triangle in the dead wax. It's not. It isn't. It sounds good, but it just sounds like Rubber Soul. There's several others that I have. W6 matrix numbers on side 1, one from plant 4, which was Scranton, and plant 9, which I believe was Jacksonville, Illinois. This does not have that extra layer of echo. Another one is B8. Another B8, again out of Scranton, does not have that layer of echo. But this one here is out of Pittman with that X17 matrix number. So from what I can tell, the surefire matrix number and plant combination is going to be Pittman, New Jersey, plant 7, with, now it could have either the X or the W, but definitely the X has it. But then there are some that have more pronounced echo than others. And why is that? From what I've seen and read, it was up to the guy who is actually putting together the stampers. Is that what that was? They're putting together the tape and then they're putting together the stampers. And it was up to them to add that echo. It didn't come from LA or from, you know, the higher. It was up to the individual operator. So you may have some that have a little bit and a lot of it. Depends on the mood the guy was in that day. So why should you collect this? It's just cool. It's cool to have in your collection. How would you figure this out? Yeah, if you're shopping online, just casually ask the person who's selling the record, if they're on eBay, you know, what are the matrix numbers? Yeah, I can't see the plant number on the bottom. Can you give me a shot of that right there? I don't know if that came up because I can't see. You know, if they've play graded it, does it have a bit of echo on it, or what's the sound quality like? Does it sound dry? Does it have some echo? And don't be afraid to say, I'm looking for a certain pressing of this album. Can you provide me with those matrix numbers? And that's all there is to it. It is really cool to have. If somebody knows what they've got, I've seen them go for a couple of $100. I scored mine for $10 at a local record store. So there you go. Any questions, any comments, please let me know. I hope you enjoy this video, and this video is in no way a comprehensive video review, just giving you some of the highlights and letting you know that this particular version of the album's out there. So until next time, it's me, David, Jersey Boy Music, here in my Beatles corner. Keep on collecting the Beatles, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks so much for watching.